In this demonstration, I'm going to show you how to use the pieces of the bridge card to put together the first simple fold within this set to give you the idea of the workbench. And you can see here I've got a couple of little examples done using the kitchen tool matching stamps and dies, and I've used the dies in the set to make a folding cupboard, and there are videos for how to make this on YouTube. Here's another example as well, and again video on YouTube showing you how to decorate them like this. And I'm sure you'll have seen with the presenter some absolutely brilliant, beautiful samples from the angels. So in the die you get all of these pieces. There are quite a lot of pieces in the die, but I'm going to show you what we need to cut first. So the main body is this long piece here. Now what we need to do is you need to cut this, but you'll see this is just about the same length as a piece of A4 card. It actually slightly overhangs each side, and that was so that we could get the largest card possible from a piece of A4. So you need to make sure you're almost butting it up at the top. We'll pull it along a little bit so you can see, so that it's even on both sides, and we tape that down to cut it. Now that's the main piece. We need the section at the front to do the bridge, which is this section here. So we're going to cut this long section as well. And we're also going to need this little shelf support that I've just sent scurrying across my desk. So we're going to need this as well. So we're going to tape those down, and I would cut those. And you also need to cut this panel here, which is your folding, which gives you your workbench top. So I'm going to cut that, and we'll then start putting it together. Now I've cut the 4 pieces that I need, so I'm going to start making the folds. So we're going to take our long bridge card piece first, and I'm simply on the front going to fold up and just burnish that fold and fold this one back. So we're making a little Z fold, almost fold that in, and we fold that one back. And again, you could use this to make beautiful little invitations. You don't have to do the workbench with it. There's so many more things you can do with this. We then have the piece for the front, which obviously secures it. So you want to use either a strong wet glue or something like your red line or your power tape. For speed, I'm using one of the Crafts 2 tape runners, but I would suggest, as this is a kinetic card and moves, that you want to use something a little bit stronger. And all I'm going to do is affix this corner here so that it goes across. I'm then going to close my card, and I'm going to affix the other side there. Okay, we'll just remove this little bit. I've got a little bit of low-tack tape still stuck to my card, which is occupational hazard. But you can see there, then I have my card, which will fold completely flat, but pops up. So now I need to put my little shelf support in. So again, on this, you have the deboss lines or emboss lines there, which give you the fold lines. You don't need to actually emboss the die. These automatically come on. And I'm just going to add a little bit of tape there. And I'm going to slide this in. So fold those 2 down. And I want to slide this in so it just sits parallel with the shelf. And if you can see there, it's sitting exactly parallel with that shelf. And again, I would suggest that you use something like a red line tape or a wet glue just to make sure it's nice and properly secure. But again, as you can see, that folds completely flat. I open that out, and then I've got my little shelf. So again, there's a fold line. So we fold that, burnish that fold, and I want to glue this on the inside. It's not very attractive to sit there. You may want to do that. You may want to cover the whole thing with a decorative paper, which you could do. But if not, we want to pop that inside. So I'm going to put glue. Again, use wet glue or red line tape onto there. And I'm just going to slide that in so that the fold is parallel and even to there, so that that folds back. So you can see there from the top and from the side how the shelf goes in. That's very, very secure now. But when I want to come and close that, I just pop that up, fold it flat, and it folds completely flat for postage. And all you would do then is decorate this, stamp this, or go ahead in any way that you want to. I say here I've actually put some of the kitchen tools on. I put a drawer on the front, and all the sections that make this are included in the die. So you get these panels for the two sides, you get this panel for the front of the drawer and the larger panel as well. So you can cut those out, get that beautiful sort of homely notched corner look. This section here is using the shelf section. So the little section that folded in, I've used here to make a little opening cupboard. You even get the die, which will cut you the little sort of drawer pulls or the little doorknobs in there. So everything's included in this again. Pop that forward, folds completely flat for postage. A very different idea, but very quick to make this way, and a lot quicker with the die than trying to do it with scoring and folding.